Hello, the world. Welcome once again to our channel. I remain myself, REXSAM, the solar doctor, the solar engineer, and a solar coach. This is an opportunity for everyone that wish to study and learn as we launched out what we called REXSAM Solar Academy. These two trainees had an opportunity to follow me to sites for their first time. From my academy, I took them to the sites, and getting to the sites, I allowed them carry the solar panel, has practical experience on what solar energy is. On the process of time, I decided to give them key lectures on what solar installation is and how it can be done professionally. So getting to the sites, we always remind them that the essence of solar energy is to generate electricity, and I was able to show them how solar panel is positioned straight to the sunlight in order to trap the solar energy that is needed to power the entire house. At this point, questions were coming in, and one of the questions is, how do I remember solar energy? I quickly illustrated something by giving them a diagram. And from the diagram, I explained to them that for you to remember solar energy so fast and what it does, you must have the consciousness of what it do and what you want to use it for. So when you remember sun, you should remember solar energy. I equally took my time to explain to them, like you that is watching this video, that solar energy is actually the energy gotten from the sun, and sun is the natural resources that can never finish. I said it is infinitesimal. It doesn't have an end because God gave it freely to us in the universe. And the size of energy you are able to trap depends on the capacity of the solar panel you are using to harness the energy. Would you like to know more about this? Kindly click on this video, subscribe to the channel, ensure you comment and share to people around, then join the community as we grow together. You can equally come for your offline practical training that is going on right now, or keep watching this video to the end and see how the job is done from scratch to the professional level. I continued with my lecture, and in this lecture, I equally drew the diagram on how to start the installations, the first steps to do, like getting the solar panels around, taking the diagrams, drawing, and planning on how to set up the system. From the top, if you want it to be on the top, I already told them that they should place what we call remount on the roof. After placing the remount, you come down again and ensure that you carry your solar panel gently to the roof. On the process of time, I told them that the panel must face directly to the sun. Why do you need to place it on the sun before it functions? Because the sun has to penetrate to the cells. They became confused when I mentioned cells. So because some of them had no knowledge of science, I was able to tell them the history of solar cells, how it is being produced through semiconductors, and those semiconductors is extracted from silicon, and the silicon, you see, is gotten from the sun, from the soil. So when it is being processed, you manufacture cells. These semiconductors, as we know, is an active component. It becomes more in-text for them when I mentioned active components. I was able to establish the fact that active components are those components that can produce gains. That is, they can amplify. That is why the solar panel generates the energy from the sun and amplify it into a small electricity. And in the same way, when the electricity comes in, there is something we call rectifier that converts it into electrical energy. In the same way, the rectifier acts as converting it into DC. So after establishing that fact, I told them this can only work